Hello, I am Maelithia. Welcome to my forever world. This video is going to be a little bit different than my normal videos because I haven't been on this world in a hot minute. um, I was going to take a little tour of what I have done so far in this world, but I have been using another world. I've been doing a realm with some friends. I also have a problem, and that problem is I like to create worlds and abandon them and create new worlds. So, yeah, I'm going to show you a little bit of what I have done so far here, but then I'm also going to take you over to some of the other worlds that I have been working on and kind of tell you a little bit more about my progression through the game. So, let's go ahead and dive in. I need to get my horse, first of all. And this is the house that I've been building in my forever world. This is the second story. I don't like it. I'm going to be straight up honest with you guys. I am not a fan of this house. Um, I started this when I didn't really have a clear idea of what I wanted to do, and I've just been kind of winging everything. But I think I have a much better understanding of how the game works now. I started this world, I don't know, maybe 6 months ago. I'd have to go back and look. It's been a little while since I started this world, and I have learned a lot about the game and how to play it. I've only been playing Minecraft for maybe a little over a year. And through that time, I have discovered new build styles. I've discovered new ways to play the game, basically. And I have discovered the importance of priority. And so, with that, there's a lot of things that I would have done differently in this world. But we all start somewhere. And this was just a part of me starting that journey and figuring things out. So over there is my original starter base, my little lake house, as I like to call it. That's where I first really started learning more about like design styles and how to put decor in houses. And you've seen that here if you've watched my previous videos. But I want to go up here and just look at the village real quick because this was the first time that I really got into a village and started kind of like not really terraforming it or changing the village necessarily, not refurbishing it or anything, but I did commandeer this villager house here. And actually, I haven't been here in a long time, so I don't even know if there's any villagers still here. Oh, there are. Okay, good. I didn't trap any of the villagers anywhere. I didn't um, imprison them or anything. So I was kind of worried that they were gonna all be gone, but they're still fine. And then I did a little tiny lava farm over there. I did some crops. So yeah, this was kind of my second base in this world. Where we just came from was my most recent base. So I'm not going to show you everything in here because this whole channel so far has been nothing but this world. So I wanted to kind of give you a little tour of some of my other worlds. So let's go ahead and dive into that. And then I'm going to tell you a little bit about some of the mods that I'm using just to make the gameplay a little bit more aesthetically pleasing. You can see the sky looks different. The texture pack I have on is absolutely chef's kiss. I love it so much. So let's go ahead and get into some of the other worlds, but I'm going to get to safety first in this one, just in case I do decide to continue playing. I don't want my villagers to die from zombie attacks, so I'm going to go ahead and get in my little hole down here and sleep. Okay, now this, you guys, is a little bit more like it. So this world is a world that I built in both creative and survival. It's kind of like my playground. I got to test a lot of things, and I just really kind of spread my wings here and didn't let the my OCD really dictate how I played. I just did whatever I wanted to, and I would switch in and out of creative mode. I don't remember if I got these diamonds myself or if I just put the armor on in creative. So this world is not a test of any of my skill set. It's really just about learning building styles and following some tutorials, doing a couple of farms, and just seeing what I could come up with. I really, really, really like how this world turned out. This world is really pretty. It's not finished by any means, but it is a lot better than anything else that I've done before. And I don't know if you can see behind me, but there's a mob farm over there. That was my first time really kind of playing with that, and I really like it. I'm going to go ahead and fly around this world a little bit and just kind of show you a few of the things that I've done. We'll take a tour in some of the buildings that I've built. Um, and yeah, we'll just see what this place looks like now. I don't need these while I'm in creative, so here we go. Okay, so it all kind of started over here, I believe. I don't remember how I found this world originally. Um, I think I was just flying around looking for a cherry blossom biome, and this is where I landed. So down here is the first build of the world, if I'm remembering correctly. It was the greenhouse, and I did follow a tutorial. I can't remember who it's by, but I love this greenhouse. And especially with all of the copper from the copper update, it just, it looks so good. I got my little axolotls, my little farm. It's a 3-story farm in here, which is really nice. And then I do have like a bed area up there because I spent a lot of time in here while I was building this. And since it was the first build of the world, it was home base for a long time. And then when we come out this way, I wanted to kind of expand upwards, and I love it at night. It looks so beautiful with all the lights. Oh, she's gorgeous. That bridge was one of the second or third things that I built in the world, and I just love it. I love how it goes all the way down into the water. I did not skimp on the water and it going in all the way down as far as I could. I did, however, skimp on the texturing. I kind of gave up on the texturing after a while because it was taking so long, and there were so many other things that I really wanted to try doing. But you can see how beautiful this looks right here compared to over there. It just does not look as good. But I really love how it turned out, and it really tied everything that I was trying to do together. So after the greenhouse, I believe I worked on this cute little farmhouse, which was my starter base for the longest time. But now it's the farm shop. Uh-oh. It's the farm shop, fishing shop, and masonry. I do have some villagers that I spawned in using the villager eggs in creative mode. And it's just kind of a nice little area here. They absolutely have no regard for their safety whatsoever. They leave the doors open all the time. I do have a few iron golems because the villagers have had babies, so they do need a little bit of protecting. And then in here, what is this? This is the shepherd, toolsmith, butcher, and armor. So we've got their little setup in here. And I think, oh yeah, we've got pretty much a full house in here, which is really nice. This is what I used for the breeder for quite a while when I was starting to experiment with breeding villagers and just seeing what I could do with that. And then we come up here. I'm going to kind of skip over a couple things because this was my third build, which was my storage room. I absolutely love this storage room. It's amazing. I did, again, follow a tutorial for this. I followed a tutorial for the farmhouse, too. A lot of these were based on tutorials. I really like this storage house because there's a lot of storage opportunities. I am utilizing the copper golems in this build. I thought I had more than 2, but I guess not. I just have the 2 in here. They don't work great in this setup because they can't reach the top chests, but they're doing all right. And this is where I started using signs to label everything, but I've recently started switching over to the item frames with the little blocks in them, so it's more visual, and I like that way better. But it's a good building. I really did enjoy it. This music is really distracting, and hopefully you can hear me over it, but I'm gonna just actually turn that way down. Okay. So now, yes, this is the storehouse. I don't remember the next build, but we'll just come over here to Enchants R Us. I tried to get a villager to live in here to be my librarian, but he refused. So, I just turned it into the enchanting room. And this is where I really very first started to like kind of figure out enchanting and learn a little bit more about it. I don't know if I have anything that's not, oh, maybe my bow. So I do have level 30 enchants in here, which is really nice. This is where I just kind of started playing around with enchanting and seeing what I could do and how it worked. So I've got my grindstone. I don't think I have an anvil in here because I still didn't know as much then as I know now about how to play the game and how the mechanics work. So I would probably add an anvil right there. So that's the enchanting tower. Okay, so we're going to go to the bar and inn, which is another recent build. I don't think I followed a tutorial for this one, honestly. I think I just kind of took inspiration from the outside of the storehouse to do the outside of this building as well. And then some of the videos that I've been watching online, I just kind of saw some cute decor things that you could do. So I just went in creative and I put some stuff in here. And then if we go upstairs, this is the inn part of the inn. So we have several beds with a couple of villagers left in here. And the iron golems have been spawning inside all of the buildings, which is just wild to me. I do have these fireplaces going. I'm not sure how much I like them. I like them, but I also don't. And I think it's because of the mossy cobblestone. If I were playing in this world more, I might change that. Got a little bit of seating in front of that one. And then this is my suite. When I come to stay at the inn, this is my little place where I stay. So let's go out of the inn and go to the next location, which I believe is going to be my actual house. Actually, you know what? We're close to the village, so why don't we go ahead and do that first? But you can see the outside of the storehouse here. I followed the tutorial to do this. I don't remember if the tutorial used the copper or not. I think I might have added that because I was so excited about the copper update and I just loved how everything looked. I know that we had a lot of copper before the copper update, but the copper update got me excited about using more copper. So I kind of used that as inspiration to do the outside of some of the other buildings. I probably went a little too crazy on all the columns here, but I do like how it turned out. And then I did put supports underneath all of these buildings that are kind of over this valley here. It started to turn into a mob farm down here unexpectedly, so I had to torch it up quite a bit. And then I made kind of like this village center. I'm not crazy about this water fountain, but I do like how it's in the middle here, how it's kind of like a gathering place. I need to decorate it more. I never finished it. I need to put some greenery around it and some decor and things. Hadn't gotten that far. So this is where I really started first learning how to interact with and use the villagers for trading and enchanting and all that kind of stuff. So we've got enchants for less in here, and just the enchanting guy. I don't even know what he had. Oh, he doesn't even have anything good. So I didn't really know what I was doing when I was trading him up. I didn't know about breaking in, replacing the lectern to get different enchants. I just put him in here to have an enchanter. I didn't really care at the time what he had. Um, I've learned so much since I did this. So we've got the Fletcher in here, and I don't even know. I know I've traded them up a lot through creative mode, but I don't know. I didn't really. I wasn't looking for anything specific when I was actually using these guys. But we did the baked goods, the cartographer, the Fletcher, the weaponry and leathery over here. This was my first time using an automatic farm for my sugarcane farm. So please don't judge. Like, I definitely know that I don't need a lot of the things that I have in here. And it's not super efficient how it has 2 rows of pistons, but it's fine. Um, it was my first time doing a farm, an automatic farm, so okay, that is pretty much the village. The houses, I really liked all these houses and I could not stop building them. Why are those stairs correct? I didn't do them all the exact same. Like I tried to switch up some of the exterior, but you can see I never really finished. And that's the story of my life. I like to experiment and play around and then move on. Um, but I really like this world in general and the aesthetic. I really like the cherry wood, as you can tell, and I wanted to kind of experiment with using that in a village with the deep slate. I really love the contrast of the pink and the black. And then up here is my starter house. So well, not a starter house. It's one of my other houses. I didn't start with it. I have all my animals in here. Absolutely love. Got a portion of a map. I haven't really done too much yet. I did follow a tutorial for this house as well, and I did add a couple extra things of my own are sprinkled throughout. And I honestly I can't remember what is what. So there's the downstairs. I really like it. Cozy little kitchen and workspace area. And then the last thing in this world, well, not the last, but a few of the last things. I was going to try and do more of a village thing down here, but as you can see, it never got finished. And then I had my husband come in and join the world, and this is his contribution to his starter house. Started to make this one as well, and it is cute, but I didn't finish the inside. I got distracted with trying to do the lava farm, which is not much of a farm. I know it's one cauldron, but it's fine. I did make a windmill because I wanted to experiment with windmills, and again, the windmill portion was a tutorial, but I think I just kind of made up the rest of the windmill house. I don't think this is really decorated either. No, it's very plain inside. Yeah, there's not much here. So that's that building. Not super exciting, but I'm mostly just documenting this for myself too, to see my progression and the game. I am starting to build a castle way out there. I thought that would be so cool to have a giant castle kind of overlooking the peasants down here. There's a lush cave over there, which I've marked with a glowberry tower, and I've put that tower up there so that before I had the mini map mod and the map mod, I got lost all the time. So I had to put landmarks so I could remember where I came from. This seed is beautiful though. Can we just give it a second because this seed is just amazing. We've got Spruce Mountain. We have a snowy peak here. We've got some more snow back there. We've got the cherry blossom, which I'm pretty sure it was already a cherry blossom biome. I don't think I planted these. I'm pretty sure the cherry was over here and over here. now that I think about it. I know I planted more, but I don't remember how much was already here. But then we have this beautiful river system that comes into this lake area here. And then you have the ocean right over there. And it does connect, it goes all the way around this way. And it's really just a beautiful area. It's such a gorgeous seed. And I think that's why I stayed in it so long building and doing creative mode because it was gorgeous. It was so much fun. And then I did dabble with a mob farm over here, and I did build it over some water from some of the tutorials that I saw that seemed to make the most sense. Um, this was kind of a fun build. It was the first time I ever did a mob farm, um, and it works really well when I'm in survival. Um, it doesn't look the best. If I were to stay in this world and play it more often, I might do a mega build over here and turn it into something else, like maybe a giant watchtower or something like that. Um, but yeah, it works. It works really well, and I know I really liked playing around with that. It was the first time I really did any kind of XP farming. That is this world. I hope you enjoyed that little tour. We're going to go into one more world, which is actually the realm that I'm currently playing in with some of my friends right now. And it is the world that I have probably invested the most amount of time and effort into lately since I've been playing again. I'm really excited about that world. It's so much fun getting to play with my friends and watch them experience Minecraft for the first time. Uh, I'm so excited about it. So we're going to jump over there. I'll show you that. And then I'm hoping to kind of plan out a little bit more of my videos in the future. So you guys can let me know if you like the voiceovers. And just a little disclaimer, I am sick right now. I'm getting over kind of a nasty cold. So I am a little stuffy, but you can let me know if you like this style voiceover content, and I'll actually do some gameplay with the voiceover as well, just so that you can kind of see a real difference. But before, I was kind of doing more ASMR, kind of long play, no commentary. But I really want to bring some commentary back into it, and I'm hoping that I can get my friends to join in as well when we get onto the realm and all of the mischief that we get up to over there. So, without further ado, let's go to the realm and see what's going on over there. Okay, so I wanted to, before we jump into the realm, show you the mods that I was using in the last couple worlds that I was playing. The Essential mod is new. I downloaded that to try and get one of my friends into one of the worlds that I just showed you, but we couldn't figure it out because I have too many mods going and she didn't have the same ones. So I use CurseForge, and I prefer the fabric. I'm not mod loader. So this is what I had on. I do have infinite night vision because I really like being able to see while I'm in caves. I do use the Complementary Unbound shader pack, which also requires iris shaders and sodium to run. So those are on here. And then I have the Xaero's mini map and the world map. I don't go too crazy. I just have a few that just kind of help elevate the gameplay. The camera utils is just something that helps me film a little bit better, although I haven't really figured out how to use it to its full potential. And then I did download these, but I haven't noticed a difference. And I need to kind of look into those a little bit more and see what they actually do, or see if I need to activate them somehow in the game. The resource pack is Motschen's Better Leaves. Absolutely love that one. And then, of course, the complementary shaders. So those are some of the mods that I used on the last couple of worlds. And I do use a different mod pack now. It pretty much has all the same items in it. I have added a few other mods just to kind of like make it a little bit better. So I use Jade and I love it because it tells you what block you're looking at, but it also tells you how many hearts mobs have left. So I really enjoy Jade. It looks like it needs an update. I also downloaded continuity so that I could have the seamless windows. Really like that. And then we have Falling Tree as well, which does not work on the realm with other players. But when I play my own worlds, this allows me to chop one log and the whole tree falls down, which is fantastic. All the other things are the same. Those are just a couple of the extra things that I've added to elevate my gameplay a little bit more. So I'm going to update that. And this is what I use on the realm, but I also use it in a couple of other worlds that I have, which honestly I don't play very much anymore since I started the realm. But yeah, so let's dive in and see the realm. All right, before I show you anything, I need to sleep because I'm terrified that mobs are going to come and destroy everything that we've built. So this world is really fun. I have been loving playing with friends. It just makes everything a little bit more magical when you get to play with other people. It really brings another element to everything. So I'm going to kind of give you a tour of the world and kind of go through how I've been kind of experimenting and getting my gameplay up a little bit better. Just learning more about the game, really. So, first of all, I have played this world in full on survival. I will say that I do use the codes a little bit to teleport myself to my other players just because it makes it a little faster when I'm somewhere else and they want to show me something. We have teleported ourselves over to another part of the map so that we can collect some different resources. So this isn't like a hardcore, this isn't a full-on survival. There's a little tiny bit of teleporting going on my part. My some of my friends do use creative mode on this server, so they have built some things that are just absolutely amazing because they're new to the game and they're kind of in the same phase as I was when I was playing in my Lavender Haze world, which is the cherry blossom village that I built. So I think that it's really important for everybody to be able to play the game however they want, and I've chosen to play this in full strict survival mode, but being in creative is such a fun experience, so um, I definitely think everybody needs to experience that. But that being said, everything you see that I have built myself is from scratch, from the ground up. So let's start with this storage house. This is not the first build. I actually tore down one of my first builds because I didn't like it. But this is just a very basic storage house where I keep most of the resources that I need to build. I did have to expand it underneath, so I have a little bit more storage down here. It's not done. It's far from done, but it's a work in progress. And then I have more room to expand here and then also here. And I can go back that way and I can probably go down some more if I wanted to as well. Let me give you a brief tour of upstairs really quickly. I really like the decor in here. I haven't finished everything in here yet either because I get distracted. But I did do the fairy lights, which I absolutely love. And this is just my little bedroom area, which is nice. And then I've got a jukebox with some records that I found, a couple paintings, some greenery, and just a couple of other things sprinkled throughout. I haven't really done anything up here except hide all of my copper golems. I had, oh, there we go. I was gonna say I had 3. I don't know where they are, but yeah, I need to do something with these poor little guys. I tried to use them down in the storage area, but they just weren't working very well. That's why I added those blocks so that they could get to the 3rd chests, but it still wasn't the best. So I'm going to eventually move them down in the basement when I get my storage a little bit better working. I would love to do an automated storage system and feed everything into these chests and have them go down or something like that, but that is a project for another time. So we come out here. I do have a little sugarcane farm. I do like how this one looks better than the other one, but it still doesn't produce very much. So I want to move this and hide it inside a building so that I can make it a little bit more substantial. But that's what I have for now. And then one of the other people on the realm built the lava farm behind it, which actually looks really cute. And they've just got a couple crops here and there just kind of sprinkled throughout. So, yeah, on the side of my storage room, this is my storage area. I really love this build. I did not do very many tutorials in this world at all. I can't think of any tutorials that I've followed in this world off the top of my head. I've just kind of used what I've learned and what I've seen on videos I watch to kind of put everything together. We do have this big staircase that goes all the way down to the water level. One thing about building in a cherry blossom biome is that they're usually up pretty high and they're far from the water, which is kind of a bummer. So you really need to get your early game infinite water source sorted out quickly. But it's just such a gorgeous area, and that was something that I was willing to deal with. Oh no, I can't do this. I'm gonna fall down. So coming back up this way, this is kind of where we're building our town center. Is that a tree? Oh, okay. It's just a. I was scared of what this was, but it's just a tree. Another person's house is over there. Another person's house is way over there, and that's why we've started building this kind of pathway. We're gonna terraform this and do a big fountain in the middle, which is gonna look so good. This was what my other friend's first base, which we have decided to turn into the villager trading hall. Oh, another cat. Cute. We decided to turn this into the villager trading hall, and this is the first time that I'm actually using villagers, I think, in somewhat of a normal way. I've got all of my trades right here up in front, and I did manage to manually secure a mending enchanter and a silk touch enchanter, and I'm so excited. I need to get these guys up. They're pretty low level. But I'm starting to work on that. My village breeder is back here. Can't see. I can't get back there right now. I don't want to let anybody out, but you can see it's working lovely. And then I just minecart them out of there into their stalls. And then if we go upstairs where the extra space is, we've got just a couple of basics, the efficiency 2, fortune 2, and unbreaking 2. They're not the greatest, but they're better than nothing. And I was tired of breaking and placing the lecterns a billion times. So that's what I landed with. I did get all of them up to master, and I'm so excited that I actually have name tags now and I don't have to go searching for them. But I love that I have a really cheap lantern capability, and glass also is fantastic. So some of them also have multiple enchants, but they're not anything crazy. They're not really that great. Um, Fire aspect, maybe. But I do have room for 3 more of the villagers to move up here, and then I was going to put one back here as kind of like a shopkeep. I thought that would be really, really cute. And then I can go back further here if I need to and expand and add more. So I really like that I'm starting to actually use enchants and villagers in the way that I think makes the game a little bit more fun to play. I have not yet enchanted my armor. I am struggling to keep my levels up. I'm doing a few things to help with that, such as, trading helps, mining quartz in the nether helps, but the nether freaks me out right now, and mob killing. I do have a skeleton mob farm, and I'm planning on doing a zombie and a spider farm as well. I do have the spawners, I haven't made the time to actually make that work yet. So that's the villager trading hall. We're going to get out of here before they haunt us to death. So we come out, and I'm going to terraform all of this farmland that we had going. So here's the rest of my little build area. So my latest build, my horse is going crazy over there. My latest build is in here. This is just my garden shed because I wanted to put wheat fields every couple feet that you walk, but I also need a couple of more farms. I need to get my carrots and potatoes going again, my beets, and stuff like that. So I made this little garden shed. I think it's super cute. Came out really well. I love the shelves and displaying all of the garden tools. And then I've just got some different storage things in here. I also have an auto composter, so if you go upstairs, you can put seeds and things in there, which we have a lot of junk left over. So I usually just feed it all in there, and then it'll come down and make bone meal for me. The server is lagging a little bit. That's fine. It's fine. All right, so moving back outside, just in case. I think I'm fine. I should be fine here, but just in case. So we have our crop fields to the sides. We've got our stable with, I was trying to name him and I accidentally named a cow. And then I accidentally killed that cow. But his name is Sir Nayington the Third. Now that I have the ability to buy name tags, is it called a name tag? Now that I have the ability to buy those, I can name him again. And then I have my enchanting tower here, which is originally down here is where I wanted to have my enchanting villagers, but things got a little chaotic. It got a little crazy. I had to turn them into breeders, and then it was just a mess. So I moved them all to the trading hall. So I need to decorate down here. This is my little rest and relaxation. One thing about me is I have a bed in almost every build that I've done, just in case I need to sleep. And I do have it set up so only one player on the server needs to sleep at a time. And then I've been working on the enchants. So slowly I'm buying the Unbreaking 2 and Fortune 2 books and what was the other one? Efficiency 2s. And I'm trying to get them up to 3, 4, 5. So it's going to take a while, but that's currently what I'm working on. I get all of these from the skeleton farm, and so I'm going to be combining these eventually when I have enough levels to get everything done. And then this is the bow I currently use when I use a bow. I don't actually use it that often. But it's pretty good. It's not too bad. So up at the very top of the tower, so like this is a true enchanting tower, I have my enchanting table, which does get up to 30 levels. I of course I don't have 30 right now, but yeah, I think I had efficiency. Yeah, efficiency 4. I really want to get that on my shovel. I have a couple enchanted shovels, but they're almost dead. I don't think I put mending on those. So that is the enchantment room tower. I'm starting to kind of like add more of these walls around. I really like how they just kind of like frame the drop-offs, and it kind of makes it so that you don't fall off. You still probably could fall off, but it's a lot harder and it's more noticeable, so it's easier to watch out for that. I originally had a barn right here in this area across these couple of levels here, but I didn't like it because as soon as I built my greenhouse back here, it obstructed the view of it from down there. So I moved it. So I tore this down and I built this barn instead. I still have a little bit more decorating to do. I want to put a lantern up there and on the other side. But I really like how it turned out. I'm not a fan of how the roof does this kind of thing here, and then yeah, I'm just not sure about the roof, but it's fine for now. We did actually manually travel to a mushroom island to find mushrooms, so this was not done in creative, and we did not teleport. We actually found a mushroom island and brought them all the way back. That was fun. But I have all the animals except for pigs. I don't really need pigs. Why do we need pigs other than food? But also, why do we need chickens other than food? I guess feathers. And cows for milk. And leather, obviously. And sheep for wool and food. But why pigs? Are pigs strictly food? Do they do anything else? Let me know. So that's the latest build that I did. I really do love this greenhouse. I wanted it to kind of be a couple of small farms and bees, but my bees are dying. And my friend's bees are dying in her greenhouse as well. She has kind of a dedicated bee house. But they're not here. I had 3 of them in here, and these had honey in them, but now the bees are gone. So give me all of your tips for bees. We did travel to a biome that had jungle wood and cocoa beans, so I went ahead and I got those. We traveled to a mesa where we got cactuses, so I picked those up. And then here are my babies, my axolotl babies. We have Freddie and Mimi. They're so cute. So I built this little water feature for them. We got them when we found a giant lush cave. It was absolutely insane. I just love it in here. But I am sad about my bees, so maybe I need to take this tree down. I'm not sure what they got stuck on. It could have been the tree. I thought I had plenty of flowers in here, but maybe the cactus? That's the only other thing I could think of. Why would they get stuck on the cactus? Or maybe I wonder if it's these. I don't know. There's a lot going on, so I might have to make a dedicated bee place for them. I do have another portal over here. I'm trying to figure out a way that I want to decorate it. I'm not sure that I like the white oak around it, but that's what I have for now. This was my very first hidey hole when we came over to this world. I turned it into a lush farm, a lush cave farm, a moss farm. So I just put some moss down and then bone mealed it, and it took out pretty much this whole first layer of stone. And then there's my infinite water source right there. So now it's just kind of a hole in the wall. I don't really use it for much. This seed again is just beautiful. It's beautiful over here. I love the seed. So there is a village over there where I did get my first couple of villagers for the world. And I wanted to go back and kind of fix it up and help the other villagers there. But they're all gone now. They all have disappeared and died. And I don't know. I think one of them might be a zombie somewhere. So we're going to be terraforming that village and kind of transforming it a little bit, making the buildings look a little different. That's a project for another time. We did build this bridge for a little bit easier access between the two. You can go walk all the way on the land, all the way over there. But to get to this side, it's just a little easier to have that bridge there. It's kind of a weird generation, but it's fine. So I believe those are all of my buildings. So I'm going to go ahead and show you what my friends have done. I'm probably not going to show you too much of like the inside and everything. But I'll show you kind of like the area. So we come down here into the village square where we're eventually going to put the giant fountain. This way goes to the bridge. And then if we go this way, I just love this path. It's so cool. She did such a good job on this. She's been building out the pathway and putting in these little water features, and she did this custom willow tree. It's so beautiful. And so you come all the way down here this way, and she's gonna put a path out here that leads up to her path. And this is her magical wonderland over here. So she's got her little crop farm there. She's got her axolotl pond. She's got her house. That's her storage room. And then she's got her bee area, which again, her bees are not surviving either. So we need bee help, you guys. Comment down below your bee suggestions. And then here's her barn. Absolutely gorgeous. Love the barn. She's got everything. She's got pigs too. And she even has a bunny with her horse. It just kind of got trapped. And then she's done a little bit of terraforming down here as well. So she's got her wall up here. And then I think she has another wall on that side. And then it comes down to her dock area out to the lake. There's a lot of stuff over that way, as you can see from my map. Don't mind the deaths. That we won't talk about the deaths. But the lush cave is over there, the pale oak garden, another lush cave that's very far away. That's one that we teleported to. And then some dripstone. And then a very interesting structure. Anyway, I'm getting sidetracked. And it's getting nighttime, so I need, oh, fire. I really hate that campfire being there. I've done that so many times. But her builds are super cute. I love how they turned out. She does have some copper golems in there trying to sort her stuff. So we gotta go. I'm gonna briefly go past my other friend's house, who has just discovered the wonders of Minecraft. And I helped her build this house. She still needs to decorate it. So we're probably going to do that in a little bit, but it's actually a really cute house. I like the little greenhouse on the side. It's 2 stories. It's just very simple. She's got a lot of flowers going on, which is really, really pretty. And so we need to make her a pathway too, but this is eventually all going away, so she'll have a better path to the village square as well. So that's pretty much it for the realm. Let me get my horse in here and get into the... No, you can't go out. Let me get to the safety of my house really quickly. And I'm going to let my cats out so that they can bring me presents in the morning when I wake up. There we go. Okay, let me sleep real quick and then we'll say goodbye. What goodies? Oh, okay, a feather. I'll take it. What else? Anything else? Oh, a chicken. Thank you. Sometimes they leave presents on the stairs here, but I don't see anything. All right, you guys, that is all I have for you in the realms so far. I hope you have enjoyed this kind of catch-up series where I've taken you through my Minecraft phases and my builds and just kind of shown you a little bit of what we have going on. I really, really like how my gameplay has been expanding. I'm learning a lot, and I just really love how this world is starting to come together. And I'm really excited for continuing in this realm. And the Minecraft 2 week phase is no joke. It's it hits hard sometimes, and sometimes I get the need to build something brand new, start from scratch, break my first tree again. But playing on the realm with my friends has actually given me a little bit more focus, I guess you could say, and gotten me to really think about my world and my builds and try to make something amazing here. So I hope you enjoyed, and I hope you continue to enjoy watching my gameplay progress. If you want to give a little like on the video and hit that subscribe button, it would mean so much to me. And I'm really hoping that I can make some more videos for you guys in the future. So until next time, we'll see you later.